Salut YouTube, ça va? Fury ou Fury? Un peu les deux visiblement. Mais là c'est Fury. Mais là on va pas faire Fury. On va aller faire un autre chapitre 3. Le chat a décidé.
You're here to slay her.
Et nous allons donc retourner voir excusez-moi, notre amie la sorcière.
You make a warning. She will. We're not gonna ignore him.
Boss is good. Ouais, c'est un peu boss là pour le coup, oui.
The blade.
Non, du coup, puisque pour la sorcière, il ne faut pas qu'on le prenne.
Yes, don't let. Good.
Bonjour.
You walk down the steps. She's beautiful. I am begging.
Hi.
On va voir.
You're only making.
Thank you.
No. You're doing the walk. They're large.
Ah oui, je l'ai encore pas fait le. Bon, c'est un peu.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
La princesse lame, ça reste le plus grand Hermiao du jeu pour l'instant.
Maybe it's somewhere up. Doubtful. Whoever.
Okay.
On va voir dehors. J'ai encore pas fait la route alternative pour la sorcière.
You make your way to the bottom. Easier for who?
C'est vraiment bizarre en termes d'apparence. On a eu The Beast qui est un peu.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They
Version
locked you
très
down here
humanoïde
too,
et
didn't
déférée.
they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
If I could just get out of these.
She barely has as she rips her flesh from her. It's the blade. Or we could. You won't.
Hop.
Without hesitation. Okay. The princess pushes away from wounded, but
You've made it.
I thought we had the up to now.
On est d'accord, il fallait qu'on se batte.
Waver.
Hein.
As you ready your blade to your knife cuts it. Forget about.
On se fight, on se fight.
Though your nerves are seizing with you, we can still. You steal your. Excuse me? Do you think this is what. Can you not feel all those. The two of you enter one last exchange. You collapse on the ground. Silence. You've paid a
Petite
terrible
canine.
price.
If you think this is it,
Tous mes os, c'est be like.
you're sorely.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
The Witch. On y est.
You're.
Et maintenant, vous allez voir ce qu'il faut qu'on fasse pour The Witch. Ça va être un peu rigolo. Bougez pas.
Don't worry.
Ça va être exceptionnel.
The interior. The blade.
On prend la lame.
Take the blade. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. That's not.
Ah, lui propose de cacher la lame, d'accord. Donc c'est pour ça qu'il y a la possibilité. Ok.
The door to the basement.
Ça va être pour un autre succès. Mais pour l'instant, notre but, c'est de rencontrer toutes les princesses. Quand on aura vu toutes les princesses, on pourra s'attarder sur les succès.
Something nasty fine.
Hello.
I recognize that.
She must have you. She'll see. Look, do you want? You need. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. That's pretty sharp. Call it... Well, you
On l'a
remember it.
déjà
No, I don't.
vu,
I'm just
on l'a
glad
déjà
we could...
vu.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. Let's Don't talk to her. You're just going...
Minou minou.
I seem to remember.
Minou minou. Je veux pas te faire de mal, mais il y a des problèmes de confiance brisés. Tiens, prends ça en signe de bonne volonté.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
Toi, t'as pas de vote à donner, toi, espèce de gros traître.
As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Oui, c'était stupide. Je vais pas leur. C'est pas une démocratie. Tiens, allez. La République, c'est.
But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
Ah, ils ont cru qu'ils avaient le droit de vote là. Fermez vos gueules, les voix dans ma tête. C'est moi qui décide.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor. And chains fall from the princess's wrist.
C'est vrai qu'elle peut faire ça aussi.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
Non, arrête.
Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Qu'est-ce que tu penses qui va arriver maintenant? Ne pense pas, je t'en supplie, l'autre con là. Ne pense à rien. Je pourrais écrire quelque chose. You're beautiful, d'accord. Encore une fois, la drague. Oui, elle est encore en... C'est à toi de décider. La dernière fois, c'est moi qui ai choisi et c'était de la merde.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade
bah.
in your heart.
FF.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you.
Envie de boupe son nez, bref, oui, c'est vrai.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes.
Elle a des poils sur les jambes aussi, regarde.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Sur les jambes, c'est juste réaliste. Au point où on en est, you know.
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us. Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against.
Mais les autres formes, elles avaient pas l'air d'en avoir. Hein.
But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway. I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent.
Fine adjacent, ça c'est pas mal.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Le narrateur, il essaye même
Give
plus.
what another try exactly?
Ah,
You
voilà.
are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe si on
She
s'en va?
gets out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that... I'm not sure I buy that. Everything has to end eventually. If it takes years to get out of there and supposedly end the world, then we've bought everyone that time. And all without having to murder anybody in the process. Not that she's innocent, but murder is unpleasant and risky. Could be a better solution for everyone. You're here to permanently end the threat she poses. You're not here to temporarily postpone it.
Bon allez, on y va.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world.
Allez.
The interior of the cabin
oui,
is
d'accord.
hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the
Ça se
structure
demandait
that
pourquoi
once
on est
stood
passé
here.
par la porte finalement.
Charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table.
Ah,
A
pourquoi j'ai
pristine-
connexion au chat?
Wait, this isn't right. This is supposed to be a pristine blade.
Bonjour le
Ouais,
chat,
c'est
est-ce qu'il s'est
Christine
passé un
Blade.
truc bizarre? J'ai eu une connexion au chat tout d'un coup. Ça a l'air d'aller. J'espère que ça va.
We gave it to her last time.
Ok, ça marche.
She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Allez.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us.
C'est mon décor préf de la cabane. C'est vrai que c'est sympa.
Reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Figures.
T'es en train de jouer à Zenless Zone 0.
En fait, on voit tout seul en stream dans son channel, on y va et on voit ça. Alors qu'on a mis
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Allez.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that
Attention à
ruined
pas
this
se piquer.
place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
Je me suis perpris ces speed showtime. Ah bon?
I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back.
Ah.
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Oui, il y a pas mal de ronces autour des fins de level. Ok. Je sais pas vraiment ce que je veux, je choisis jamais de venir ici.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Ok.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was
Ah.
once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Les épines ont l'air fluffy, c'est vrai.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Comment c'est arrivé? Lequel de ces glandus dans ma tête a pensé quoi que ce soit pour que ça arrive, pour que ça se passe comme ça? D'accord. Je peux juste la laisser là. Je suis là pour te libérer.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
T'es pas la seule qui recherche la liberté, je suis aussi bloqué que toi.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
En fait, je pense qu'en voyant qu'elle s'en est voulu, une fois qu'on lui a donné l'épée, on s'est dit elle doit se sentir enfermée, enfin, on doit lui avoir souhaité des trucs comme ça, enfin, je sais pas.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Je peux te faire changer d'avis?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move
bisou
on
magique
and
sur chaque
do
blessure.
something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. It does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Bon alors dans ce cas, ne disons plus rien
You
et on va
reach
agir.
towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers.
Ça, c'est exceptionnel.
For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort.
Ah, le palais avec
But
sa
then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
Elle est bébou.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
Ah, merci. On a la peau solide, la bulle.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that...
Et toi, t'es vraiment un gros fumier, hein. C'est vraiment un gros fumier, lui.
That
Hein.
sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
C'est pas une...
Don't count.
You don't count. C'est pas une démocratie, on l'a déjà dit.
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter.
He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Ouais, salut les gars. Oui, il est venu me récupérer pour ça.
C'est peut-être pire que de la tuer, ça, en vrai. Allez.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free.
Quelle enflure.
You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action.
C'est vraiment une
Let's
merde.
free this princess.
Ça devrait être la voix du centriste.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines, imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Le narrateur, c'est vraiment ce script dans le dernier ASDF movie où t'as I love you. Aww, gross.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
No kiss.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine, they're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting, we can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Tu sais quoi? On va être un peu stylé là.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear
Quelle
me?
cabane?
What did the
Quelle
world
cabane?
ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Allez.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
On peut pas avoir de happy ending, quoi. On peut pas. Ça dégoûte. Ça dégoûte. Ça dégoûte, c'est tout.
She's gone. Where did she
Surtout
go?
les images, mais elle était trop belle.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Bon, ben go. Hein.
I'm begging you, don't. This doesn't. It's going to. If they think it's bad,
It's you.
Something finds me in the long quiet. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Bon ben...
There's nowhere for
Pardon, c'est pas ce que je voulais faire.
nothing. There
Je voulais
is-
passer à la suite, excuse-moi, je me suis encore planté. Vas-y.
She asks, you won't.
Très stratégiquement placé.
you're on a
J'ai
path
même pas
in the
vu,
woods,
honte à moi.
and at the end of that
J'ai même pas
path
fait gaffe.
is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Bon ben voilà. C'était étrange. Mais je pense que l'idée en fait c'est que c'est avec sa propre culpabilité qu'elle s'est enfermée là-dedans. Voyons. Est-ce que quelqu'un en dit quelque chose? Un peu par les bras, leur entourer, mais on dirait que c'est un peu... Oui, bah oui, j'avais bien compris. Mais voilà. Tac. Sur ce débat. Sur ce débat incroyable sur la... Mais c'est pas vraiment... Enfin, c'est pas vraiment ses boobs non plus, puisque c'est un vaisseau qui n'est pas elle et qui a sa propre conscience, puisqu'à la fin, elle demande si on se souviendra d'elle. Du coup, c'est... Voilà. Et oui. C'est pas vraiment elle non plus. Bon, YouTube. Je vous fais des bisous. À la prochaine.